Hey, my name's Brent Powell, and I'm going to be teaching y'all how to make your own DIY slime. So the ingredients that you need is a box of borax, which is just a detergent. You're going to need some Elmer's glue, 1 bottle of a 4-ounce bottle is fine, and some food coloring. Glitter is optional if you want to make it glittery, and then 2 separate bowls to mix your borax and your actual glue in. So let's get making it then. So first you're going to need 2 tablespoons of the borax in 1 cup of hot water. Once that dissolves into a solution, you can set that aside. So the next step is to actually put the glue into the bowl so that you can mix it all together. So I'm going to take this, take the cap off, and just pour the whole bottle into the bowl so that I can mix in the food coloring to give it a good color. Just get that last bit out. Okay. Now this is the step that you want to add the food coloring in, because once you actually make the slime, it's kind of hard to mix in the food coloring. So I'm going to do a red colored slime, and I do have some glitter that I'm going to add in after this. And I'm going to put a couple drops in here, and if you don't want your hands to get dirty or get red food coloring on it, you can mix it with a fork, any type of utensil, or you can actually mix it with your hands if you want to. So I'm just going to work this in with a fork and get it all mixed in really quick. Get all of the sides so there's no more white glue. And so you can actually do this with a clear glue if you wanted to. It really all depends on what type of slime that you want. Okay. Okay, next step is to add the borax solution. This is going to help it form into that slime and get it less sticky like glue. So you're going to take your borax solution, and you're going to take 2 tablespoons of the borax solution and mix it in really slow to make sure that all of the surface of the glue is actually covered. And then once you're adding it slowly, you're going to just knead it in with the glue. And so there's a bunch of different options that you can do with this glue. You can find some sort of glow-in-the-dark glue or glow-in-the-dark dye that you can use. You can use any type of glitter that you want to. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube of people making slime. All kinds of colors that you could add. I'm just going to knead this really quick and get it all softened up. So the more you knead this, the more malleable it's going to be, and the less sticky it's going to be. Right now it's pretty sticky, as you can tell, but the more you knead it, it will get more slime-like or silly putty-like. So okay, so while I'm getting that situated, I have made some already, and I wanted to show you really quick. So this is the final product. As you can tell, it's been sitting out for a little while, but the more you work with it and play with it, the better it's going to be, and I think the more fun it'll be once it actually you get going. So that's it. That's your DIY slime. If you want to play with your kids with it or have a little fun night in, it's a really good project. Hey, my name's Brent Powell, and I'm going to show you how to make some really cool slime. So first off, we need some ingredients. We've got some borax, which is just a detergent, and then you need some Elmer's glue. 1 bottle of a 4-ounce bottle is good. And then if you want, you can have some food coloring, which is going to make a really cool color. And then to add even more, you can add some glitter. That's just your preference. Now, you're also going to need 2 separate bowls to mix your borax and your glue in, because you need to make a solution of borax to put in here. So, first things first, you need to add your glue to the bowl so you can mix everything together. So I've got this 1 4-ounce bottle of glue that I'm just going to pour right into the bowl. And don't worry about getting all of it out, because it really doesn't matter. So I'm going to finish that bottle off and toss it in the trash. Okay, now if you don't want to get your hands really sticky with this glue, mixing the food coloring in, you can use a fork and just work in the food coloring like that. If you don't mind it, just use your hands. I'm going to make some yellow slime, so I'm just going to add 2-3 drops of the food coloring, and then I'm going to mix it in with a fork because I don't really want to get my hands that dirty. And this Elmer's glue is really sticky. So I'm going to mix this in, and now the option with the glitter, you're going to add after the food coloring, because adding the food coloring and the glitter before you add this borax solution is going to be a lot better, because once you make the slime, it's going to be really hard to mix in the color and the glitter, because it's just going to be really gooey and gross. So we'll finish mixing this in, and then since it's yellow, I'm going to add some gold glitter to make it sparkle and stuff. Take that off. Now I'm just going to add the whole stick in. And this is going to give it some pretty cool shine and look really cool. Okay. Alright. So now here's where the borax solution comes in. You're going to add 2 tablespoons. Just get you a measuring cup in the kitchen and add 2 tablespoons of the borax solution into the glue. Now you're going to want to add it really slow so it coats all of the glue to get it less sticky. So I'm going to add the first one and just do it with my hands. It's not really that bad once it gets kneaded. So there's a couple different variations that you can do with this. There's a lot of tutorials on YouTube of people doing galaxy slime, which is just purple food coloring with a bunch of glitter in it. You can also do glow-in-the-dark slime, if you can find a glow-in-the-dark glue or food coloring, which is really cool. I didn't find any, but I'm working with what I have. Now, the more you knead this, the less watery and sticky it's going to be. You just got to have a little bit of patience with the borax solution coating the actual glue, because it's going to stick to the glue and make it less sticky and more of a firm, malleable thing. So I'm going to work this in a little bit. And if you find that the whole thing is not getting as malleable and less sticky than you want, you can add more of the soapy solution to get it less sticky. So I'm going to let this sit, and I have made some prior to this, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. Get this off. Okay. So here's some slime that I made earlier, and as you can tell, it's pretty malleable and not sticky at all. So this is a really fun project if you're wanting to just sit in for a little while. So that's it. Hey, my name is Brent, and I'm going to be showing you how to make some crazy gooey slime. So we need some stuff to make it, and the first thing is borax, which is just soap, and you need some hot water to mix it with. And then you need your glue, which is just Elmer's glue that you use in school. And then you need some food coloring so you can change it different crazy colors. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to mix your soap with some hot water and stir that up and get it nice and dissolved. And then second thing is, in a separate bowl, you're going to add your glue. So you need to add it separately so you can mix it all in together at once. So I'm going to add this glue to the bowl. And once I add it, I can make it any color that I want. I have red, green, yellow, and I have some glitter pens that I'm going to add as well. And there's all kinds of different variations that you can do with the colors. You can make it purple and have a galaxy type slime, or glow in the dark, or stuff like that. So I've got the glue in the bowl, and so now I'm going to add the food coloring, because it's going to be really hard to add the food coloring when you get it all goopy and slimy and stuff. It's not really going to mix in well. So I'm going to make it green. So I'm going to add a couple drops. 1, 2, and that's going to give it a really cool green color. So I don't want to get my hands too dirty with the dye, so I'm just going to mix it in with a little fork. So after I mix in this food coloring, I can go ahead and add the glitter to make it really, really cool. Okay, now that that's mixed in, I'm going to add some glitter, and it's going to be blue glitter. So I'm just going to add the whole tube. You just squeeze it all out into the bowl. And again, you can mix it with a fork, or you can mix it with your hands, whatever you want to do. All right. So I'm going to mix it with the fork again to get the glue and the food coloring and the glitter all mixed together. Okay, so this is the step where you actually get to make the slime. So you're going to take your soapy water solution, and then you're going to get a little measuring cup, and it's going to be 2 scoops of this measuring cup, which is 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to do 1. You want to add it very slowly so you can coat all that glue, get it nice and sticky, and gather it up in a ball. I'm going to add 1 more. Okay, now this is the fun part where you get to mix it in and it's all goopy and slimy. So as I'm kneading this in, it's going to get really dry and moldable, and you can play with it and stretch it out. But I'm going to let this sit, and I've already made some quick. And see, this is the end product. You get to stretch it and bounce it. So I think it's a pretty fun project if you're bored.